At this tender age, our children should be learning their ABCs and 1, 2, 3s. Who authorized this? Who told you that you are God? Who gave you permission to tell our children who they are and who they're supposed to be? This book, It Feels Good to Be Yourself, which has an oxymoronic title based on its content, can be found in 26 elementary schools. It is geared towards K2, and as Macmillan Publisher says, it basically is geared toward ages 4 through 8. It introduces 4 different characters with different gender identities.
Beyond comprehension to me, but I'm glad that parents are finally standing up and putting an end and not condoning this garbage that they're trying to do to indoctrinate our children.
It makes it seem as if gender is an imaginary concept that can be changed on a whim, when the truth is gender is factual. You're either a boy or a girl. And gender identity, what you see yourself as, that's imaginary. Well, let me read you a couple of things. First character is Ruthie. She's a transgender girl. That means when she was born, everyone thought she was a boy until she grew a little older, old enough to tell everyone that she's actually a girl. Then there's her brother Xavier. Xavier is a cisgender boy. Which 4 through 8-year-old knows what cisgender means? Can they spell cisgender?
Wake up, wake up, wake up.
That means when Xavier was born, everyone thought he was a boy, and as he grew older, it turned out everyone was right. He was a boy. Then there's Alex, the friend. Alex is both a boy and a girl. Then there's JJ. JJ is neither a boy nor a girl.
What?
Ever since JJ was very little, they never felt exactly like a boy or girl. They just felt like themselves. This is JJ's gender identity. Some kids feel like girls. Some kids feel like boys. Some kids feel like a little bit of both. Part boy, part girl. Reminds me of that old commercial. Sometimes you feel like a nut, sometimes you don't.
Sometimes you feel like a nut, sometimes you don't. Almond Joy's got nuts. Mounds don't.
Is that okay? Some kids don't feel exactly like a boy or a girl. They feel like neither. Some kids feel that their gender identity isn't always the same. It's often changing. So now are we endorsing schizophrenia? What are we doing? Whether you feel like a boy or a girl or neither, if you describe yourself another way, that is your gender identity. When does this foolishness stop? When you shroud lunacy, insanity, or fallacy in colorful words and pictures to be read to young children, you have created an unsafe environment, since we're talking about safe environment, right? Where does it stop? This is intentional and evil at its core. Get back to what you were elected to do and formally educate our children, not indoctrinate them with left-wing ideologies under the guise of providing a safe and welcoming space. Hear us clearly. We will not surrender our children. Leave our children alone.
Yes, Lord!
When you really think about it, all of the crazy associated with pushing this cisgender, transgender, binary, I can't even think of all the names. It's just beyond comprehension to me. But I'm glad that parents are finally standing up and putting an end and not condoning this garbage that they're trying to do to indoctrinate our children. Okay, they're coming after your children. If I had young kids in this crazy world that we live in right now, there is no way they would be in the public school system. That's just my opinion. I couldn't do it, because not only are they trying to indoctrinate them with this garbage, they're also trying to push evolution. And so you're better off homeschooling your children, especially in this day and age that we're living. Okay, Satan isn't even trying to hide it anymore. It is in your face. So as believers and as Christians, we need to stand up and also be in people's face, letting them know that we're not going to tolerate this garbage that they're trying to push on our children. You see, Jesus Christ loved little children. That's why he says even in the Bible that in order to even come to Christ, you have to come as a little child, the faith of a little child. Little children, they just believe you when you tell them something. That's the faith that we have to have. And Jesus made it very clear in the Bible that if you harm these little children, it's about the same as hanging a millstone around your neck and being tossed into the sea. That's how he felt about harming these little ones. And that's what these people are trying to do by pushing this garbage. I love you guys, and I'll check you on the next one. Peace.